dear students. In today's class, let us move on a new poem, Imagination, written by George Bernard Shaw. Okay, so this is the new poem we are going to learn about today, written by George Bernard Shaw. So before we move on to the explanation part, let us learn something about the poet here. Okay, in page number 111, there is an introduction of George Bernard Shaw. So let us see that first. George Bernard Shaw, born in the year 1856, 26th July 1856, and died in the year 2nd November 1950. Okay, here he was an Irish playwright. He was a playwright. Okay, although his first profitable writing was music and literary criticism, in which capacity he wrote many highly articulate pieces of journalism. But his main talent was for drama, and he wrote more than 60 plays. Nearly all his writings deal sternly with prevailing social problems. Shaw is the only person to have been awarded both a Nobel Prize for Literature in the year 1925 and an Oscar Award in the year 1938 for his contributions to literature. The movie My Fair Lady is an adaptation of his interesting play Pygmalion. Okay, here his books were, some of his most famous books were The Perfect Wagnerite and Place Pleasant Literary Series, etc. and awards he received for his contribution to the field of literature, Nobel Prize in Literature, Academy Award for Best Writing and Oscar Award as well. So mainly he was a playwright, poet also, a journalist also, an author also. Okay, so his contribution to the field of literature is very vast. For that he received Nobel Prize as well as the most prestigious award, the Oscar Award for his writing. Okay, so this is about George Bernard Shaw, and he wrote this poem Imagination, and in this poem he explains us about his childhood. He used to read, in his childhood he used to read so many interesting books, story books. So you used to do the same thing, right? So he used to read so many story books, and after that he himself imagined in that story. In his imagination, in his thoughts, in his thinking, always think about the main character of that particular story after reading that book, and used to go to that particular place mentioned in the book. He do a lot of imagination. Okay, so here in this poem there are some questions as a pre-reading task they had given. Let us see that first, then we'll move on to the explanation part. Okay children, now your first question is, name the book you have recently read. This question is for you. You have to answer yourself for this question. Okay, name the book you have recently read. Just remember which book you read recently. Who is the author of the book? Do you remember the author of the book? Okay. Who are the main characters and what is the book about? About what the book and who is the author or the main character of that book? Okay. What did you feel about the book? After reading, how you felt? You felt happy? After that you think about that story. So what happened that? After reading the story, that's left to you. You have to think. Okay. Have you ever recognized yourself as a character in the book? Do you have that habit of imagining the character of the story or any book or novel that you have read? Okay. Have you ever recognized yourself as a character in the book? Just answer yourself. Have you ever lived in the world of fantasy and imagination? Some are having the habit of daydreaming, or some are having the habit of imagining a lot. That imagination will take us to our fantasy world. Sometimes we think that we are flying in the sky, we are sitting on the rainbows, or we are like a butterfly, we are flying and sitting on the beautiful flowers, we are like a bird, we are like an eagle, or we imagine a lot. Especially children like you imagine a lot, right? Especially after reading a story you think, or after seeing a cartoon in a TV you think or you imagine, right? So you imagine yourself as the main character of that particular book or that particular story, and you create your own world in your imagination, and you travel in your own world in your imagination, like that. So this poem is also about an imagination of George Bernard Shaw when he was a boy, what he used to do. Everything is beautifully explained in this poem. So now let us move on and understand what George Bernard Shaw actually wants to tell us about. Okay. Now I am going to read the poem once. You have to open your book page number 109 and you have to follow my reading. Okay children? Okay, let's just start. I used to play at pirates and sail the seven seas. Then I was a cowboy, these simple things did me please. I had a vivid imagination, adventure was always on my mind. I discovered the joys of reading and escaped the daily grind. Once I lived with the Eskimos in the land of ice and snow, went hunting and fishing, my fantasy was all aglow. I read a book of Jules Verne and went off to the moon. It was just to take a look, then it was time to return. I spent time in the forest of Africa with Dr. Livingstone as my guide, then off again to America with Huckleberry Finn I did hide. In my world of fantasy and imagination, I performed such wonderful deeds. A hero of all the nations, I was the one that did succeed. Then I grew up, my childish world at an end. I had become serious, it nearly drove me around the bend. I still do like the mysterious, having unknown qualities. This is the message I am trying to send. So, in this poem, George Bernard Shaw very beautifully explains us his experiences and what he used to do when he was a small boy during his childhood. Okay, so let us move on to first stanza. I used to play at pirates and sail the seven seas. Then I was a cowboy, these simple things did me please. So what things pleased him so much? After reading the stories or storybooks or many number of books, he used to imagine himself. I told you already, right? So these simple things did me please. It makes him please. What things made him please so much? I used to play at pirates. So what do you mean by pirates here? Pirate means one who plunders at sea. So I used to play at pirates and sail the seven seas. Sail means here travel on a boat. I used to travel on a boat like the pirates do, how they sail on a boat. In the same way, I used to sail by sitting on a boat and cross the seven seas, not only one seas, cross the seven seas, he says, in his imagination. Remember this, okay? In his imagination, he is acting like a pirate and he travel on a boat and he sail over seven seas, he says. Then I was a cowboy. After that, his imagination changes and he becomes a cowboy. What do you mean by cowboy here? Cowboy means a man who tends cattle, one who look after cattle, okay, and performing much of his work on horseback, sitting on the horseback and wear a different type of hat on his head, and he look after the herd of cows, cattle, okay. So cowboy, these simple things did me please. So all imagining all such things makes me happy, he says. I feel very happy when I imagine the characters like this in my mind, he says. So in the first stanza, the poet George Bernard Shaw tells us about his imagination when he was a boy who used to imagine himself like a pirate and sail or travel on a boat and crosses seven seas in it. Okay, after that he imagined himself like a cowboy and look after the cattle or the herd of cows in the Greenland by sitting on the horse and wearing that different type of cowboy hat. Okay, so this is the summary of first stanza. Let us move on to second stanza now. I had a vivid imagination, adventure was always on my mind. I discovered the joys of reading and escaped the daily green. Here he tells us about himself. He says, I had a vivid imagination when I was a boy. I had a vivid imagination. Vivid means here clear images in the mind, clear images of something in his mind. Different types of imagination he had in his mind when he was a boy, and he says, adventure was always on my mind. Adventure means here an unusual and exciting or daring experience. Adventure means an unusual, rare and exciting, which gives us happiness or excitement, we can say, or daring, which is hard to move, like trekking or climbing to the highest mountains and all. So such adventurous things makes me happy all the time, he says, and it was there on my mind always. So all those adventurous dreams of his convert into his imagination, and in his imagination only used to take part in many number of acts and all, or he turns himself like the main character of the story used to read in his childhood, and it gives him happiness, he says. And he says, I discovered the joys for reading. He used to read so many books during his childhood, and after reading those books, he imagined himself as the main character of the story here at that time. Okay, so I discovered the joys of reading. I loved reading books, he says, and escaped. Why he used to read books, and after that why he used to imagine himself to the character of those stories? Because he wanted to escape from the daily grind. Here, grind means hard, dull work. After doing all these routine works and all, he wanted to escape from all those dull, boring work. So that's why he used to read storybooks. And after reading those storybooks, he starts to imagine himself as the main character of those stories, and used to travel from one place to another, as I explained to you in the first stanza, as he imagined himself like a cowboy, or imagined himself like a pirate and travel on the sea or sitting on the horseback. He used to do that because he wanted to escape from his everyday boring, dull work. So that's why he says, adventure was always there on my mind, and I used to read so many storybooks or so many books because it used to give me happiness, and I wanted to escape from my everyday dull and boring work. So that's why I used to read books a lot, he says. So this is the explanation of your second stanza. Now let us move on to the third one. Once I lived with the Eskimos in the land of ice and snow, went hunting and fishing, my fantasy was all aglow. Here, once I lived in his imagination only, once he lived along with the Eskimos. Eskimos means here inhabitants of Arctic region, the people living in the Arctic region. He used in his imagination only, he started to live with the Eskimos, and along with them he went for hunting and fishing. Okay, and here Eskimos used to live in Arctic region, totally covered with the ice and snow, and he used to live with them, and after that along with Eskimos used to go for hunting and for fishing, and my fantasy was all aglow. What is the meaning of fantasy of all aglow here? That which comes from one's imagination. Means all these things, living with the Eskimos in the land of ice and snow and going for hunting and fishing, everything he in his imagination only, not in reality. Okay, so in the third stanza, the poet George Bernard Shaw tells us about his imagination, and in his imagination only he went to the Arctic region and he started to live with the Eskimos, the inhabitant of that particular region. Okay, the land which was already covered with the ice and snow, he says, and after that along with the Eskimos he went for hunting and fishing. Okay, that all everything he says, the fantasy was all aglow. That means which comes from one's imagination. So this is the explanation of a third stanza. Everything George Bernard Shaw writes here only what he imagined in his childhood after reading books, the books which inspired him a lot, the characters which inspired him a lot. After reading such books, he starts to imagine himself as a character of the stories. The same thing I explained to you in these 3 stanzas. Paragraph 4. I read a book of Jules Verne and went off to the moon. It was just to take a look, then it was time to return. Okay, after reading the book written by Jules Verne, okay, here the pronunciation of this word is Jules Verne, okay, and went off to the moon. After reading the book of Jules Verne, he imagined himself and he went off to the moon. It was just to take a look, means how the moon is looking like closely. Okay, it was just to take a look of the moon, he says. Then it was time to return. So then I came back so early, he said. So after reading that particular book, he imagined himself that he is flying off to the moon just to take a glimpse of the moon, and very soon he says he returned back. Okay, so here in his imagination he went to the moon only. So it is all the power of mind. We can imagine anything and everything. Okay, in our mind we can become the Prime Minister, or we can imagine ourselves as the Prime Minister of this country also, or your favorite actor or actress also, isn't it, children? So imagination is having that much of power. We can imagine anything. Okay, so here too, George Bernard Shaw, after reading the book of Jules Verne, he imagined himself he is flying off to the moon just to take a glimpse of moon, and very soon he returned back, he says. Then it was time to return, he returned back. So this is the explanation of stanza number 4 here. Okay, so in these 4 stanzas we got a detailed idea of George Bernard Shaw, what he wants to tell us actually. He just explains his what experience when he was a child, what he used to do. He used to do read so many books, and after that he used to imagine himself as a character of those stories or the books, and he went to Arctic region also, that he lived along with the Eskimos and went for hunting and fishing also, and along with that he imagined himself like a pirate, sailed on the 7 seas, and after that he became a cowboy. After that he went to the moon. So everything in his imagination only. Okay, so I hope you understood the summary of these 4 stanzas, children. The remaining part will continue in our next class. Okay, so before we conclude, I just want to ask you 3 questions. You have to give answer by yourself here. Your first question is, the joy of reading helped the poet. The joy of reading helped the poet. Your options are: escape the daily grind, live in the world of fantasy, do simple things that pleased him. Which is the correct option here? Option A. Escape. To escape from the daily grind, the joy of reading helped the poet to escape from the daily grind. Okay. Your second question is, the poet went to the moon to become a hero just to take a look or read a book by Jules Verne. Why the poet went to the moon too? He went to the moon to take a look. Okay. And your third question is, what did the poet do in the land of ice and snow? He spent his time reading there, he did mysterious things there, or he went hunting and fishing there. What is your answer? What did he do there? What did the poet do in the land of ice and snow in the Arctic region? Yes, your answer is, he went hunting and fishing. He went hunting and fishing, children. Okay, so I hope you understood this class well. Now you have to read the poem with correct pronunciation and pause.